you here? Who's here with me? Show yourself. I know you're here. Am I reaching you? Can you hear me? Who's here with us? We need to communicate. Hey everybody, it's Daniel.
Stephanie.
And we are here today on another little spooky adventure.
We're at Birch Shores Resort in McMillan, Michigan.
Somewhere we're just way up north. That's just pretty much it. This is actually a little resort on, I think that's Manistee Lake, I believe. And we got called up here just to check on, they've got about 30 cabins, I believe they said, and they were interested because they've had some paranormal activity and stuff up here. And it's been owned by the same family for
4 generations.
4 generations, which is pretty interesting. We've got a ton of history on the area, and you know, we just don't know what else we might encounter here. We may have some surprises, and it's going to be interesting to investigate. We'll be investigating for 2 nights, which is kind of cool. That may not be reflected necessarily on this video, but it might be. So we got a couple extra nights to really check it out. You know, maybe the first night, kind of see what we can see as far as where we want to set up for the next night, and kind of give us some better ideas of what to look for. So
I'm going to sneeze.
Stephanie's going to sneeze.
No, I'm not.
Nope. No.
Doesn't work on me.
Yeah, I noticed. So, all right. So, stick with us. Let's see what happens at this crazy place.
Okay, Beth, why don't you walk us through what happened when you were here when you were 3?
What I can remember, because I was 3, and I see it through my mind's eye, not from a distance, so I'm pretty sure it's my memories. We came here to stay for a family vacation, mainly fishing, I believe, and I was 3, and in my parents' defense, they had another 9-year-old and 2 6-year-old twins, because I would have been 3. So I must have got it out of the car. They set me out of the car, and my mother and father must have gotten distracted, and I went straight to the water, to the pier. And the story is that I jumped off. Not sure if I jumped or tripped, to be honest. And I do remember it very profoundly. I struggled against the water. I can remember the feeling of the pressure of the water on me. And then after a bit, I must have surrendered, and everything became golden around, and the water looked golden. Everything underneath looked golden. I felt this peace, and I floated to the bottom. Okay. So they might be drawing you here because there's something in there they want to see. You to see, like, even if it's just going down, just remembering them. You understand what I'm saying? And that could even be the sewing machine. If it was your mother-in-law's mother, she just might want to be acknowledged.
I might have made that. I really don't know where that
Okay.
I don't know where that, but it feels like it's not something my family would have had. So
I feel like they just wanted us drawn there to have you be aware. A lot of times they want to be remembered, right? So I would be curious that someday when you go through that chest if you find something interesting. Okay?
I will keep that in mind.
Maybe even an old book.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
okay.
now we gotta
She's
get back
feeling
down.
books. Definitely.
Yeah, watch your step again on your head.
Oh, well.
Go down backwards, Deb.
I said I... It's my
Sorry, I'm
glasses.
slow. I slept
Probably
the
two people on a
stairs.
step at once.
Yeah,
I need to go.
especially those
I
two.
have to.
You don't have a choice, right? Why don't somebody get Deb's hand here?
No, one more stair. I got this.
Yeah, a little dizzy there.
Yeah, there's definitely some
That's
old
how-
energy.
How I feel spirit is
But
dizziness.
we were both surrounded.
And it's always on the stairs, darn it.
Yes, yes.
How old is that? Do you know?
No, it's pretty old because
Oh, look at this.
got like
My great-grandparents had it. Peninsula.
Beautiful deep play.
Really? Yes. I can look at that.
Can you play it? You guys okay if he plays this?
Your king
This is the first spot where it goes back to 0.
Oh, okay.
Replace out.
And I'm surprised because this is so... This has a lot of history somewhere.
That came from South Dakota. That was in my in-laws' farmhouse or ranch house in South Dakota. And when they sold that place, we took this back.
I was going to say, it reminds me of what was in my great-grandparents' house.
That doesn't seem to really be holding. A lot of energy in here. How do you guys feel
I feel normal.
at home?
Yeah, this is just...
But it would be your family, so you're going to be comfortable.
And I spent many, many hours with my grandparents in this house. So
Yeah.
it's just where.
It's home, second home.
Yeah,
we did a lot of remodeling since my grandparents were here. Like we tore out, there used to be a bedroom, we tore out the wall, we put those steps going up. It used to be just pull down staircase and like there was nothing upstairs that you could besides storage stuff. And
Uh-huh.
so we made it our own space, but it's still the same space.
Can you give me the name of the grandma and grandpa again?
Gerald and Alta, A-L-T-A.
And I saw that photo. You posted a photo.
She's my my grandma Alta. That's my picture of her from Facebook right now. I never changed it back. So.
I actually got a little emotional for some reason. I saw that.
107. That's April 29th. We have a picture of her holding Birch when he was 7 days old on her 93rd birthday.
Oh my God.
Her 94th birthday. But so he was born April 22nd. Her birthday was April 29th. And so we were at Pizza Hut. We took her to Pizza Hut and she got to hold on to Birch for the first time and they're just looking at each other. It's quite an awesome picture.
They get rough. I see it.
I love these people. I love these people. These are like soul people to me, you know. It's not just the feeling, it's I like their silence.
It's almost like being embraced by family.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I didn't feel like
From
a
the other
stranger.
side.
I didn't feel like a stranger when I walked in.
You would have met them, right? I mean, you would have met 3, but...
Oh yeah, you're right. It'd be funny if he was the one that pulled me out.
Yeah, it's not something that got passed down in the storybooks, but it's... I could ask my dad.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they all don't get caught. Some of them get by the stories, and then they need a.
Yeah, I think I
God.
pulled this little shit out. She shouldn't have done
Oh, I
that.
forgot about that. Yeah, you know, that kind of thing.
But could have been somebody staying here too, or just fishing off your pier. I just know as a fisherman.
Okay.
That's all I
Michael
know.
Gary, too. He would have been my dad.
Could have been Dale.
Dale, yeah, he was here.
Maybe that's why I got that name.
He would have been here that time. Like he was a senior in high school when they moved up here in '56, and so he spent
The
a
only
lot of
memory is the fishing pole, the man hand.
So I
You
mean,
know.
like he would have been a senior in 1956. So
I was born in
he
57.
would have been a man, like
Yeah.
if that would have been you would have been 3 years old at that point. And so
He's been about 22.
yeah. So I mean, being a 3-year-old man
Yeah.
with 22
I
would be a
couldn't
man.
tell you. That's all I know is the hand and the fishing pole and being told that a fisherman saved me. What?
Deb and I are doing, there's some kind of hand signals going on
I'm
here.
just feeling a lot of communication.
Oh, are you? Yeah, okay.
It's like, gotta get that thing going.
You were lucky to have really cool grandparents.
Yeah, really cool. And Adam's my cousin, by the way. Our great grandfathers were brothers. That's
Okay.
we just got reunited a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
6 years ago.
Now, did they both have a hand on building this place?
My great grandfather was one of the, like, he's the one that started it, and I don't know how the brothers fit into any of it. I know there was other family that was part of it, but I don't.
Did he live in this
I
area?
don't really know
The
much
brother?
about my great grandfather.
Who was the great-grandfather on your side?
Earl.
Earl, that's right.
IRL.
And Earl was it his
IRL?
vision to start this?
Yes.
Okay.
Him and Grandma Sybil. Great Grandma Sybil.
It'll be interesting to see if we get any names to the spirit box.
I
Yeah.
believe we got
Curious.
some stuff from Sybil last time as
Hmm.
well.
I think Sybil told you that we put the kitchen in the wrong place when you walked in the house.
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She what?
Yeah,
Put the kitchen
Well,
on her place.
yeah, the kitchen was not where it was before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we may not have the wrong
Which that's fine,
This isn't where it was originally.
Is this?
Yeah,
Were they
I have this
Norwegian?
one.
Norwegian?
It's yellow.
Okay. Why am I feeling?
Bavarian.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to tell you, my sister just bought, she found the Whiteley family history, starting from 1500, family tree book.
They
$380. And she bought it. She hasn't got it yet. She found it last week online. And it was on eBay.
Haven't got it. Took us up with that. Jeez.
So in 1947, this place was running, right? This place was running in 1947.
They started building in 45, and 47 is the official opening time frame.
And then Gerald and Alta would have been Earl's and Sybil's kids, right?
Gerald would have been Earl's son.
How long did Earl and Sybil stick around?
Sybil passed away just before I was born. I was always under the impression that she was alive when I was born. I just recently found out, since you guys were here last, talking to my mom, that Sybil was passed away before I was born.
Okay.
So 76, before 76.
So Earl or Gerald or Earl and Sybil handed it down to Gerald and Alta, who handed it down to your dad.
Yep. Alan and Anjo.
I'm sorry, what was
Alan
Alan?
and Joe. A-N-N-J-O.
Okay. And now you took over.
Yep. So 4th generation, 5th generation, sitting on the couch over there.
Right.
And drinking cappuccino somewhere.
Did
Mommy's
you guys
away.
see anything on
Like to
the
play.
class?
No, I didn't pick up anything, no. So we can try it again here shortly, so maybe we'll get things kind of stirred up a little bit,
Yeah.
so see if something comes in and stuff.
So I got the names written down here. We did get names. Were we here before?
Mm-hmm.
We got names. But I forgot them, of course.
Right,
And I
right.
didn't
Well,
bring
obviously
any of the
Robbins.
notes.
You got
Yeah.
it. Charles?
Charles? Charles Whiteley would have been my grandfather's brother.
Wow.
He would have definitely visited here.
Okay. Yeah, that name has been, would not have heard that name.
He was older than my grandfather, but I don't know how much older. My grandfather was born in 33 or thereabouts. I don't know exactly. he would have probably been born either very early 30s or late 20s.
Right.
That's the beauty of having you both here, because you both know different parts of history.
Yeah.
So when they built this, the bridge was not there, right?
Right.
And most of the customers came across on the barge,
ferry.
or maybe Canada too?
Most came through the ferry that I've heard of. I mean, I'm sure people came from the other, from Wisconsin. And stuff, but we do have quite a few people with pictures from waiting for the ferries.
And the ferry was able to carry a car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
They stopped the ferry service in 60.
I don't know.
Oh wow, was that?
It continued for a few years after the bridge, and then I want to say Arnold, which runs ferry service to Mackinac Island, bought the ferry boats. Because basically the bridge just put the ferries out of business.
And I must have been up here the first time when I was 8, so that had been 63. As a
You
kid.
guys are old.
Well, you know, my parents always took us camping. And I think my first experience up here I was 8. And we actually went all the way up to Canada through the Sioux. And, but yeah, it brings back some memories here too. But yeah, I mean, I never knew about the ferry.
My recorder just turned off.
Did it?
Yeah. Barry, didn't you just change batteries?
Is ours going?
Mm-hmm.
It's back on now.
So, 60, huh? Ferry was still running the 60. That's the year you supposedly drowned here, right?
60, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you remember how you got up here? Well, the bridge was there, right? In 56 or 57, if I
I
can.
think it
60.
opened in 57 or 58.
Yeah. So you guys went across the bridge.
I think so. But
Yeah.
I wasn't driving.
She was 3.
Yeah. But obviously the bridge was here.
I
in 60.
know. I don't remember a ferry, and
Yeah, the bridge was
I
here,
probably
so.
wouldn't, but I think the only way I have memories of this place is that it was a traumatic event.
Yeah.
And like I said, I can see it out of my eyes, not like I'm looking at it. So I'm pretty sure it's a real memory.
Maybe you started at 3, but unless you have a traumatic experience, of course, you do remember that. Because I remember
And that's
when
when what they thought was my make-believe friend came, and later they found out it was a man that had a bright light behind him. And he's been my guide ever since, so. But that's when I would blame him for everything. His name's Packy, and if I did something
name is
bad, Packy, I think it's P-A-C-K-Y, but I've never been able to figure out the name.
So we just.
Still with you?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever heard of walk-ins?
Walk-ins?
Walk-ins.
Oh, walk-ins.
Walk-ins. Walk-in. Supposedly,
It's right by the-
Ruth Montgomery, she had a book, the first I heard about that, when people pass, there's a soul that ready to walk in, and that person comes back to life, you know, that near-death experience. And all of a sudden that person's different. All of a sudden, you know, we know a few people like that.
Are you getting someone over here, Dan?
Yeah. Right by you.
Well, so the millimeter right now went back down
Mhm.
to 0. It's been all over the place.
It's not.
It's like between
it's
you and
not
the balloons.
grounded. It's between you and the balloons. It's like kind of like floating there. Kind of awkward shape.
Kind of
to it.
limboing.
Yeah.
I'll keep talking about that. So, what happens, like, we know a lady had a near-death experience. She came back to life. And all of a sudden, she was a fantastic, beautiful painter. She could paint. She never painted in her life. Okay? So, there's an agreement made that someone's going to step in,
Comes back.
use that body, and, you know, the same person you knew was different. They can do different things. They're just different people. They change their lives.
Yeah.
And we had some other examples. What were they, Beth?
Was someone who had a foreign accent
Yeah,
that never did, or they knew another language,
right.
or there was a little boy that was born. I don't think that was really a walk-in. He was came back. Or a little
So,
girl. It must have been a little girl because she was their mother.
you know, ever since that happened to her, she's had some abilities, you know.
And to be honest, we don't know if it was that, or I have grandmothers that have really good great-grandmothers and grandmothers, and it seemed to run in the female side.
Yeah.
So since I was not pre-language, but didn't have a lot of language at that time, they didn't know which came first, you know. And luckily my parents were open, even though he was a school teacher and a coach in a small town. They didn't like put me on display, but they didn't tell me I didn't know what I was talking about either. They always believed whatever I was saying, so it was good to have that support.
When Ripple was a baby, she always sat right here, and she'd always want to feed us. She would feed us, and she would always reach over here to feed somebody who was not here. And we always said she was trying to feed Gigi.
Oh,
That's what his thing
That's
is.
what just
Well, I
made
could
that's what
feel
just
it.
made me
That's,
think of
or,
that.
and that's why I asked him, are you getting something?
Because she'd always want to.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Get
It's
something
gone
for it,
now,
and then she'd
yeah.
always turn over and smile and give a big old smile.
Kind of snuck in while we were intense talking about it.
Yeah.
And that was Alta?
Mm-hmm. That's what we always said. It could have been Grandpa, it could have been, but she, I mean, it was before she could talk, and she'd always light up when she looked over that way and give her fork over that direction.
and it stopped
Interesting.
again. Why he was saying that, I don't know.
Oh, she's
So whose birthday?
letting you know she's still in control.
Birches.
Arch's?
Oh, yeah.
It was near the.
Yeah, he turned 31 just recently.
13.
Earth Day, April 22nd.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
He popped up right over here. We used to have a coach right there, which is now down in the rec room. But
You were born in this house?
yeah, they were both born in this house.
Nice.
That's wonderful. And I'm sure people have told you that the older you get, the more you look like your dad, right?
So you did the midwife thing?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Ripple was born in back there. And Birch was right there. We had a coach right there at the time.
So, and that stove has always been right there.
No, that just moved there since we moved in. Like that came from
okay.
South Dakota.
So what was there?
It's actually over at my mom and dad's house right now. There was a cabinet, some kind of china cabinet-y thing. I call it a spaceship.
It's weird. It's almost like that area is protected. You know, this went down to 0 and I got blocked as I step over there. Like it's a protected area.
This
I think
this
I
picture
found
back
it.
here is my grandma on my dad or on my mom's side. That was always in her house. That was always
attracted to that.
like when she had a house in Newberry, which is right across from the school. Like it's just one of the most awesome houses there is. But anyway, like she had a lot of artwork. Some of the artwork in here is from her, but mostly the stuff from Japan. But
That one is.
this stuff's from Africa. That stuff I brought back from Africa. But no, this is this is just one that I always wanted. When she passed away, they had a 3-day auction for all the crap that she had, and I wanted a bunch of this. Is the main thing I wanted was that, because that was just what when I would be at the house, I'd always stare at that.
Very cool.
Those are, the school's on the main drag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on the east side.
If you come in from the Dollarville way,
Yeah.
and you come in, the school's on the right. It's the house on the left, right on the kitty corner, main drag, and that Dollarville road.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Why does this keep stopping?
She was a parrot breeder. She was,
Oh, was she?
Her husband, my grandpa, who I never met, he made her stop because he freaked her out too much. Because she would tell people things and they come true, and
Oh,
he
wow.
said, "You have to stop doing that because I'm a banker and I can't have this happening."
Oh, wow.
So,
No, who was this? Oh, they?
my grandma,
Yeah.
Julia, is her grandma
Julia?
Julia, yeah. Jula, Julia. My name is Julia.
And that was your mom's mom?
My mom's mom, yeah. And, yeah, she was fun. Yeah,
She had some abilities, huh?
Yep, she used to say, "Don't tell your mom, but I'm gonna flip over these cars and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen." She'd do it like, "Don't you dare tell anybody that I have these cards still. I'm not supposed to get rid of these."
Is she the one that had the picture?
Yep.
because I'm getting a feeling that she was spiritual, but she liked, I want to say, the peace of this, P-E-A-C-E, of the picture. Like, it wasn't judgmental, it was coexisting. I don't know what I'm getting. So, like, religious but not judgmental, does that make sense? For her, I mean.
Yeah, that was front and center in her living room. Like, people she had let many people in her house, but like, that was something that showed up whenever you walked in there.
You spent a lot of time over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's been, especially in high school years, because it was right across from the school, so I spent a lot of nights over there, and sports nights and late nights, get back from road trips. And
My parents had a picture that, I mean, I always got lost in it all the time. It was above the fireplace, big picture.
For Pete's sakes.
I was just told of that one. I'm sure
wow.
it's not that old, but it's really cool.
I'd like to throw out like an invite to anybody that might be here. We feel like you've kind of approached us and that you maybe want to be part of the conversation. We have a lot of devices running here that you can talk to us or try to communicate with us, and maybe try to get your message across. This would be a great time. People here, I'm sure, would love to hear from relatives and whoever else might be here. So I got a device here. I think Deb's got one, or RJ right over there. We got recorders. So feel free to talk to us, please. Or let yourself, let us be aware some other way.
piano's an heirloom from Mithril side of the family.
Right.
I don't know exactly how, Birch, do you remember?
It's like Grandpa's cousins.
Yeah, my father-in-law's cousin's dad. So my father-in-law's uncle's piano. And I guess it's a really nice one now.
What I was picking up was that this was something somebody looked at when they're highly stressed or they needed a break or that type
Escape.
of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Like they could just see themselves going down that path.
I like that.
That was another one that she had in her house. That was in front and center of this one I just really, really liked.
Mm-hmm. So she loved peace. She loved just being one with nature, with the universe. That's awesome. Where was this at?
Just now?
When you got it right
It's
there?
in the bedroom over there. It's in our spare bedroom.
Okay, yeah, I was drawn back there and I got some really high readings.
I can walk back there. So
I did.
Okay.
I took this back there and it was going crazy and you guys were all standing there and talking. Yeah.
This is like all the original mix of what she had done. I didn't change anything. This is all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The energy is like
I don't know
so
why I wanted
big
to flip
and
it
strong.
over, but I did flip it over. I don't know why I wanted to.
All right, so we've got a lot of information. We got a lot of names coming around. We're going to try and run the spirit box and just see if we can connect with anything. And again, feel free, if you guys want to ask some questions, especially our people that are in tune here, maybe, and throw some at it. I'm not really 100% sure how much will come through up here because, like I said, you don't have a lot of stations, and this is actually going to skim through the radio station. So, hello? Got a device here that maybe you can communicate with us through.
Bob is my brother. Here comes my family.
This is Daniel. Can you tell us who you are? Can you speak clearly, please?
Did anyone hear civil?
Hear what?
Did you hear civil?
I did not,
That's what it sounded like over
but
here.
it's very possible. It'll be on recording.
Saffron.
What was it?
Saffron?
Deb.
Deb is here. Can you talk to Deb?
See you. It's good to be back.
Holdsby, maybe?
Jay's here with us.
And your great grandkids.
Yeah.
Great, right?
Please.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Did Adam really?
Again.
Sophie.
Sophie. Okay.
I thought it's Sophie.
Sophie?
But it sounded very similar to what I heard.
Yeah.
Same voice and everything.
Brother. You have a brother? Who's brother?
Ice.
Ice cream? I heard ice cream. I'm like,
I'm in.
Oh, okay. Ice cream. Yeah. Where's our ice cream?
Ice cream. We all scream for ice cream.
Make a note of that. We'll bring ice cream next time on a Friday.
A few minutes before it sounded like hold me. Or somebody held me.
There's a trigger off here.
I heard
So
hold me.
that was pretty weird.
What's it?
What's it?
What is it?
Did we go to Hawaii all of a sudden?
This is a communication device that you may be able to speak through.
Talk. Yes, talk.
If you can talk to us through this, can you give us your name? Can you tell us why you're here?
How many of you are here with us?
Eight. Singing.
That sounded like laughter.
I like it. Happy birthday.
As Ripple
What do
was
you think of
playing, I
singing?
could hear a man, real low voice, singing. And I felt like it was on your wife's side of the family. So it was interesting to find out where that came from. So with these guys here and your wife, you're going to have more than your family. And they are your family. They're
Time.
Feels like their pace is building up.
Do you know Jay and Adam?
Yes. Hey. You have a message for them?
Close, maybe?
Close? Huddle up.
Another?
Huddle up.
Huddle up.
Huddle up.
Yep.
That's like organ music.
Hold them.
That sounds like an older voice.
Hold them. Kiss me, maybe?
What do you think about how many generations have been here and how they've kept this running? Christmas?
A Christian Christmas.
Something.
So either if you guys hear something that, let us
Yeah.
know.
Or a voice that you recognize. Do you have a question?
I don't do anything for that. Oh, a question like that.
Yeah, you want a question to ask?
Sure.
Sure. They do. What would be your question?
Please.
Preach.
Reach or preach?
Preachers in the family.
Preach.
That would go with Christian.
Well, then that might have been Christian. Instead of Christmas.
I thought I heard peace.
Do you want Jay to preach? He really doesn't want to. Or are you just proud of that? You want to be remembered for that?
Can you come through really clearly for us, please?
Either one of you can ask questions.
Johnson. Oh, that guy's a Johnson. Oh.
Did you have a John and a Johnson?
That's a John Bite. Or they would have ended at 18 baby candidates.
Do you know any of us that are here? Can you say our names?
Beth. Beth, is this your up?
What?
Is this your up?
You know, that's funny because I thought about that
UP.
earlier.
Up.
One of our
Could be.
investigations, we were using us into the singing roles and really raising the vibration belt. They kept coming through and saying, Beth, up, Beth.
I was like, what?
But we get that for years.
I don't understand.
So it might have
Vibration
been-
up, or do you want me to go up and hi? Maybe they just want me to come to UP.
Yeah. Grandpa are big card players. Are you guys playing cards where you're at? White and malice. Two-handed pinochle. Euchre.
Poker. Do
Poker.
they do poker? Somebody said.
Somebody said poker. Yeah, I heard it.
Poker. They were.
They could have said it could have been euchre. I mean, if we listened back.
We'll have to listen back.
They like euchre. They like pinochle. They like spite and malice. They play spite and malice every night together.
What was the last thing you said?
Spite and malice.
Say said spy.
I heard spite and something after it. That's what I wondered about.
I
It
know,
was
I
like,
couldn't make,
Yeah.
Just a game they would always be playing. You'd always see them in this room. They'd have the table right there. You'd always see them playing every night. And
That'll be interesting to review because
Yeah.
I feel like it repeated what you had said.
So-
It was kind of cool.
And what time is it?
9:56.
Did you like playing cards? Jen?
my cousin and Jennifer.
I meant, did they play Jen?
No. Really?
Rummy?
Yeah. They would, but it wasn't
It could be Jen too, but they switched subjects on me.
they weren't drinkers either. I never saw them.
No, I meant it could be Jen, the girl,
Jen,
but
Jennifer,
they would have
cousin.
switched subjects on me. Would there be any connection to playing cards and her? Okay.
No. It would be their granddaughter. She doesn't play cards, she wasn't around very much.
We're confused about why you said Jen. Can you clear that up for us?
Rum.
Gin rummy.
Oh.
Gin
Oh,
rummy.
Jen Rummy.
I mean, there was a game that was played.
Gin
but
rummy.
it wasn't the regular. I guess when I was younger, that's what we played.
I like playing cards.
Was that
Played cards.
played cards?
Just
Ripple,
fun.
do you have any questions for Gigi or Grandpa Joe?
Okay.
We're good?
How old are you?
How old would you be now?
I heard a 6.
I heard a 6, yeah.
She would have been 6 this year.
Listen.
Listen.
We're talking or something like that. Listen, we're talking.
6.
6 again.
Old.
Old.
Yes,
They have that kind of sense of humor.
How do we things? How do we things? How do we things? How do we things?
This is your chance to send a message to the family. Anything you've been wanting to say?
I would mark that. That was almost sounded like German.
That's what I was thinking.
It sounded like a phrase in German, like 3 words.
We got German last time you were here.
Yeah.
And me.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that sounded like German. It's,
But you guys don't have German in your family, right? Oh, you do?
They're primarily German.
Oh.
Lightly is German.
What?
wow, that one wanted to get your attention, huh?
See if I'm biting
Dude, what can I help you with?
Sister?
Can you tell me who saved me when I fell into the lake here? Jumped in the lake here?
someone something.
Yeah, I was 3. All right.
So there's definitely a connection, definitely a reason that there seems to be there.
I do remember.
So
Kinda.
what messages do you have for us?
they like cappuccino?
You like cappuccino?
I bet they don't know what cappuccino is, probably.
Seven.
7.
7.
They'd like to know if you like cappuccino.
Ripple wants to know.
Ripple wants to know. Did I say the name right? Fortune?
Do you?
It's a coffee drink that is sweet. Do you think you'd like a drink like that?
Grandma used to make a lot of Kool-Aid for coffee breaks. That was our drink of choice at coffee breaks, and make Kool-Aid. Great hangover cure.
Oh, dang on this thing.
Lots of sugar, right?
Stop again.
Well, my wife will be home within like 10 to 15 minutes, and she does it. She would not want us here, but she's gonna be tired and
Yeah.
want to move
So,
on to her place.
yeah, somebody's coming.
All right.
We're good with that.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's not anti us being here, but she's gonna
Yeah.
be home.
We're gonna start wrapping this session up then.
Wrapping this up and going
We're
somewhere
gonna shut her
else.
down in 3, 2, and 1.
I heard Jay Butt was
Good night.
That was it.
What was it?
I said that earlier.
Oh. And then after a bit, I must have surrendered, and everything became golden around, and the water looked golden, everything underneath looked golden. I felt this peace, and I floated to the bottom.